Today I'm going to talk about feeling states. Are you aware of your default feeling state? Throughout the week, do you typically feel a certain way between angry, fearful, disgusted, sad, surprised, happy, proud, creative? Think of all these different things you feel and where you usually are at. Do they all feel the same? Do some feelings give you more energy than others? And most importantly, do you know how to move from one place to the other? If you are feeling bitter, do you know how to move to feeling free, successful, confident, creative, loving? Do you know how to get to that happy place and stay there? Do you know how to shift from being critical, mad, aggressive, rejected, weak, insecure, anxious, bored, confused? Do you know how to move from that place to feeling respected, confident, valued, successful, proud, courageous? This skill is so important, and honestly, we're not really taught how to move from one place to the other. And in general, we think that reality is outside of ourselves. We don't have power to change how we feel. Buying things will make us feel happier. Having certain people in our life will make us feel happier. This is a very disempowered way to live and feel, because the truth is, feeling free, joyful, courageous, loving, hopeful, these are not dependent on external reality. This is dependent on you. Do you know how to generate these feelings of being loving, feeling peaceful, feeling trusting, feeling content? Do you know how to generate that from within yourself and stay there? If you feel that you have a limitless supply of peace, trust, happiness, contentment, and you have a limitless supply of these and you know how to get there, don't you think your experience of life will be a little bit more meaningful? So there is a way to do this. And a lot of my meditations are ways to architect feeling states, so you actually go there and stay there. And depending on the amount of time that you invest, either during your waking hours or your sleeping hours, after a while, these ideas sink in and they become a part of the fabric of your mentality. And if you are operating from a place of feeling bitter, mad, aggressive, frustrated, stressed, tired, bored, rejected, repetitively, to shift all the way to feeling thankful, loving, creative, courageous, curious, joyful, it takes some training and some time, right? Because there's resistance to these beliefs. If you feel I'm worthless, you're not going to suddenly switch to feeling confident through listening to some new ideas or even having some intent to change. The new belief frame and feeling frame needs to go deep, really deep. And one way to do that is through repetitive listening, right? Because, feeling, let's say, worried all the time, worrying all the time, worry, that's a habit, a repetitive habit. So how do you stop that? How do you even get out of there if you don't even know how to think on the opposite end of the spectrum? Find something else to listen to, expose yourself to some new knowledge, and repetitively listen to it until you break down your resistance, and eventually it seeps into the bottom, to the deep subconscious mind, and then later you hear the new thoughts. Now I'm going to give you an example of something that I've done, because I like creating meditations and music. I create many of them, and I make custom ones for myself, and some beliefs that I would put into my mind are I will succeed no matter what. Negative thoughts are not creating my reality. They come and go. Positive thoughts create my reality. And you know what? These thoughts that I just shared with you, they come into my mind daily, multiple times a day. And they come into my mind when maybe I just don't feel very good. And then I realize I'm not feeling very good. And then I think I will succeed no matter what. And that gets me out of it, because I have all of this positive ammunition that I strategically placed into my head. And it's undoing years of, the unfortunate situation that we are exposed to, right? Through media, family, our experiences where we just somehow absorb these bogus beliefs where we are not enough and we can't really do what we want. And, sometimes the doubt that you have isn't even articulated in a thought. It's just this heavy feeling, and you don't know how to move from it. Carefully architected positive thoughts, repetitively used, will move you from one end of the spectrum to the other. It will move you from feeling heavy and hopeless to feeling light and with more energy. So these are, emotions are chemicals in your body and your brain, and they impact your action, right? So you can move, and you can move feeling states. And when you are able to move and focus, things in your reality change. You get exposed to different ideas, different people, different events. If you couple this along with what you actually want, it's very powerful. Go ahead and take a look at the description and find the link to the meditation. That way you can actually get transported to another feeling state, right? So I can talk and all this might make logical sense, but until you get there and know what I'm talking about, then it will even make more sense, right? Because we all care about results, measurable results in life. We can sit and talk and not move and not grow and not feel better, or we can try something new, expose ourselves to something new.